Hello, hello, crewmates and friends. I'm GreeneJewel. I've mentioned before on stream that I'm an avid Redditor, and I thought it might be fun to try reading some with you. I'm thinking I'll read malicious compliance, Bridezilla stories, and overall just wholesome and funny content. Let me know if you have any suggestions or cool posts that you'd like me to read. Your species really has a wide range of emotion, and the internet is a front row seat. So, without further ado, let's read one. I've got some fun ones picked out for us today. Boop. Alright. So, today I messed up by telling a dude we've been watching him for years. Obligatory, this didn't happen today, blah blah blah. And also, I'm on mobile. Strap in, suckers. Come and revel in my awkwardness. So for literally years now, this dude has been running around a 3 square mile in my area. The only reason I've ever noticed him was because of his flowing hair that gracefully blows behind him as he runs and the frequency that we saw him out. When he started, he was a little overweight, but dude is so committed he literally runs in rainstorms wearing trash bag and is very fit now. So my fam and I are watching this guy's transformation happen, which is kind of exciting to me because I'm into fitness. Over the years, I would cheer him on privately while inside my car. I would be like, yeah, you got this, my dude, in an attempt to make my kids laugh. It became a thing. It was, there's my dude, or man, I haven't seen my dude in a while. I hope he's okay. Or my sister would say, I saw my dude today. Kind of just an inside joke, but again, this is for years and years. Like years. Even after seeing him all the time while driving, I never actually ran into him in person on my walks. That brings me to the today I messed up portion of this post. I decided to go a different route recently. I looked up and through the sunlight in the trees, I saw a glorious golden maid of hair. I think, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, today is the day I meet my dude. He's getting closer now. I feel incredibly stupid. Why did I do this? Why did this my dude thing even start? He's closer now. He's much taller than I thought, and it throws me off. I let him jog past me. I think, no, I can't just not say anything, right? And guys, I really, really wish I didn't say anything. I really wish I went home and called my sister and fake fangirled over walking within inches of this mythical man with the hair. But I'm an idiot. So I turn and yell, excuse me, and he swishes his marvelous hair around, still jogging in place, and just looks at me. I say, we've been watching you for years. And he's like, huh? And I say, we've been watching you for years. Like he couldn't hear me or something, instead of what he really meant, which was probably, what? And he's still jogging, like, what? I stammer. We've been watching you run, me and my family. Watching you run for years. You look great. Way to go, dude. And you guys, I gave him a thumbs up, like a weird Xanaxed up soccer mom. He says, oh, cool. Thanks. And just kind of runs away. At this point, I feel kind of betrayed. Like he's basically a celebrity in my house and he just says, cool. How dare he? Then it hit me how awkward and creepy and messed up what I said and how I said what I said. I tell my husband and he's like, wish you weren't so awkward, bud. I tell my kids and they're like, oh, wow, mom. I tell my sister and she cries laughing because of how typical this is of me. To be so awkward, I mean. Like I literally told a grandma, don't eat the baby the other day at the store while she was nibbling on her grandkid's toes playfully. Like what is my problem? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I could see how like you would be thrown off seeing someone nibble toes in public. Like I feel like usually like grandmas nibble toes like in private, on their sofa, on a chair, you know, and you got the baby in your lap, or you got the baby in a stroller in front of you, and you're like, yum, 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 yum. Or they're in a crib or something, and you're like, yum, 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 yum. But I could see why you would be thrown off by, like, seeing that just at the grocery store, you know? Anyway, the main reason I'm even typing this, besides so you freaks that like to cringe at other idiocies can read, is that since I appeared to be some weird version of CIA, FBI, Illuminati soccer mom to my dude, He has been nowhere to be found. I have not seen him running around at all, and I feel so bad that I may have possibly kind of weirded him out enough for him to change the entire area he's been running for years, which is awful. So, my dude, if you see this, I am so not watching you in any other way than to admire your hair and admire your dedication to fitness. I apologize profusely. And if I ever see you again, I promise I won't say anything. And to that grandma, if you're on Reddit, seriously, you shouldn't eat babies. And I'm not apologizing for that. So then there was another update. So today I told my mom about my previous post and made her read it. Made her almost cease to exist from laughing so hard. And then she says, yeah, but that guy is pretty weird. And I say, why do you say that? And apparently, I am from a family of freakishly awkward individuals. You guys, my dad did the same thing as me, and he just forgot to tell me or my sister about it. Thanks, Dad, you're great. So he runs into my dude at the store, and he was like, oh, hey, I see you running all the time. You're looking great. Keep it up. My dad was a coach, so he's got this weird, proud dad thing going on. My dude just kind of looks at him and says, thanks, and slowly backs away. The end. Just kidding. Then my mom proceeds to tell me that she saw my dude running. Please read the following in a stereotypical mom voice. Oh my gosh, I saw him running the other day. His shoes look so bad I almost stopped. I wish I knew his shoe size so I could get him new shoes. Should I stop and ask him? Was that a good mom voice? I don't know. She asked. The OP asked me to say it in a mom voice, so I had to respect it. Oh my gosh, don't worry. I said don't do that, Mom. Oh my gosh, figure it out. So now that I know I wasn't the first person to tell them that, I've been watching him. I feel really bad. My family, ladies and gentlemen. Like, the whole family told the guy that they've been watching him run. Just like, I couldn't even imagine being this guy. Could you imagine if you just, like, were jogging and, like, they've built this bond with him. Like, he has no idea they've built this bond with him over years. It's not really with him, it's, like, at him. It's interesting. First, I want to tell you all that I've truly had fun reading all of your stories. Having you desperately want to be my friend, hearing what yous appreciate about me, having my possible Canadian heritage questioned, and most of all, having my phone ping every 10 seconds for 24 hours straight. Great execution. You're doing terrific. Honestly, OP is a great author. I think they're really funny. This is a really great post. Like, I feel like making an update about their mom laughing about it with them and everything just made me, like, laugh so much more and feel like I was laughing right there with her. As for the update, I've been paying more attention than normal to the sidewalk while I'm driving home in hopes of seeing that I hadn't completely obliterated my dude's ability to feel comfortable running on his route. I'm daydreaming about what I would do when I see him. Will I wave? Will I honk? Will I yell, how are you now? Into the wind as I shout, gently blowing his hair as I pass. Is this the equivalent of catcalling? I've heard that's like a weird human phenomenon, especially in New York. And oh my gosh, what if I am walking when I see him next? Will my common sense just leak out of my ears and completely? And oh my gosh, will I pull out my phone, open Reddit, and grin at him? Will I then awkwardly offer to give him half of my internet gold? Will I make a joke about karma? I really hope not, but oh my gosh, probably. So tonight, my mom read out loud to my dad while I was on the phone with them. In case you were wondering, he also wishes I wasn't so awkward. But it's kind of his fault if you think about it. Guys, I know what you're thinking, and don't worry. She successfully censored my curse words until about halfway through when she was having trouble breathing through the laughter. Even then, she swore quietly. Bless her heart. Oh my gosh. Basically, she thinks I'm famous now and that I'm going to be on Good Morning America, but like on a slow news day, not like a good news day. Her words. She's a total mom. After she's done, I'm telling them about your comments about making shirts and all your ideas of how I can get my dude's shoe size so that my mom, again, bless her heart, can buy him shoes. I did actually think that that was a good idea. I feel like if you really want to, like, not be creepy and, like, especially staring at him from your car, you're literally staring for him. Like, what if you did see him? What if he sees you staring and he's just, like, tying his shoe or something, and he sees you staring, and he just cowers in fear. Oh my gosh, you should definitely just approach him with the shoes and be like, we admire your like work ethic. Anything from using light sprinklings of salt on the pavement to forcing him to run through plaster of Paris were thrown out there. Y'all are a bunch of snipers. Oh my gosh, Reddit. Suddenly my dad says, oh, by the way, I've seen him running recently. He's okay. And guys, in this moment, I'm so relieved that I didn't mess this guy's world up entirely. I say, oh good, where was he when he saw him? The same route? Outside of his house. Wait, you know where he lives? Yeah, that one house on the one street that's in our neighborhood but on a crossroad. I see him leave to run and I see him get back home sometimes when I'm driving. Oh my gosh, the dad is commenting, look at me, I'm Ashley's dad and this totally isn't a big deal at all. Shut up, dad, it totally is. Oh my gosh, I say. You just made it worse, my sister says. My mom is basically dead at the moment. Mom, you cannot buy him shoes and drop them off at his house. No, that's too ominous. I mean, if you were to do that, like leave a phone number or something, like adopt this man into your family. Like, if you ever need some sugar, come by, honey. That's what you should send him for sure. So good news, he's still running. Bad news, we might actually be stalkers now. Oh my god, this joke just, it got out of control. Update, my dad just called to tell me that he saw my dude. He's walking wearing a hat. We've never seen him in a hat, so my dad thinks it's my fault for posting about his luscious locks. Actually, those were your words. Those were your words, OP. She says, his words, not mine. I hope he's not right. I hope he's wrong. Oh my gosh. So too long didn't read. There's a dude in town we've been seeing running for years. We gave him a nickname and everything. Ran into him in person. Told him this is in the creepiest way possible. Find out my dad did the same a year before. Later found out my dude knew where he lived this whole time. Also, my mom wants to buy him shoes. I'm dead. Okay. Are you guys all worked up on that one? Are you ready for another? So I'm actually reading this on Best of Redditor Updates. I love our Best of Redditor Updates. It's a great subreddit. Definitely pay attention to trigger warnings and maybe like search things because there's some not so wholesome stuff, but you know what we like in Jules Alien Crew. We like the happy feelings, the good feelings, all the wholesomes. So let's go on the second one. Oh, okay. I accidentally created an army of crow bodyguards. Am I liable if my murder attempts murder? Ooh. If for those of you who don't know, a flock of crow are called a murder. Kind of like a school of fish, like a bunch of fish together are a school of fish. A flock of crow are a murder. So, to make a long story short, I'm a late 20-something living in Portland, Oregon. I had a pretty intense emo goth phase as a tween that I thought I had grown out of. A couple months ago, I was watching a nature program on our local station about crows. The program mentioned that if you feed and befriend them, crows will bring you small gifts. My emo phase came back full force, and I figured that I was furloughed and had lots of time, so why not make some crow friends? My plan worked a little too well, and the resident 5 crows in my neighborhood have turned into an army of 15 strong. At first, my neighbors didn't mind and enjoyed it. They're mostly elderly, and most were in a bird-watching club anyways. They thought the fact that I had crows following me around whenever I go outside was funny. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I love how, like, the community, liked it too. Like, I mean, if I saw a guy walking around with crows following him, like little ducklings, I would definitely be impressed. definitely snap a picture or two. Maybe abduct a couple of them, do some testing. No. I'm a good alien, I promise. But isn't that what a good alien would say? Or a bad alien would say? So, lately, the crows have started defending me. My neighbor came over for a socially distanced chat, me on the porch, her in my yard, and the crows started dive bombing her. They would not stop until she left my yard. They didn't make physical contact with her, but they got very close. Am I liable if these crows injure someone since I fed them? Obviously, I can't control the crows. I would rather them not attack my neighbors, but since I technically created this nuisance, could I be financially on the hook for any injuries? Oh my goodness. Is this posted on our, like, what is this posted on? What was this posted on? What was this originally? Here's the original. Because I'm like, is this legal advice? This would be the best legal advice post. Yeah, it's on legal advice. So this guy's actually asking, it sounded like a joke in the title. This guy is actually asking for legal advice. And that makes sense. Like, this makes sense. You're worried about your committing murder. I have turned into Moira Rose, Queen of the Crows. My inadvertent crow army has gotten aggressive towards other. If they hurt someone, could I be held liable? Oh my goodness. Have you guys watched that show? Bad Work Creek? Let me know if you've watched it in the comments. It's a good show. I really like it. So to make a long story short, I called our local Audubon Society. They didn't think feeding the crows was bad and suggested that the neighbors also start feeding them, so they essentially became better socialized. The plan worked, and the crows are now a beloved part of the community. There have been no recent dive bombings. Most amazingly, the crows may have legitimately saved my neighbor. Our city had a pretty big ice and snow event recently. Like I said in my last post, most of my neighbors are older. One of the neighbors was walking down his steep driveway, slipped, and couldn't get back up. The crows started going ballistic and were making noise that we have never heard. A different neighbor went outside to see what was up and found the gentleman in his driveway. Neighbor is mostly okay, just some serious bruises. Needless to say, the crows have been getting some high-value food since then. Thanks for all the help on my original post. It blew up way more than I was expecting. Oh my god, the crows basically became life alert. The crows became life alert in this neighborhood. Oh my gosh, but yeah, I can see why they would get some serious treats after they literally saved someone. That's so cool. So instead of murdering, the murder is a superhero. That's pretty cool. I think, was Moira in that Crows movie a villain or a hero? I don't remember. But I am curious at what an Audubon Society is. See, this is why I peruse your internets. You learned so many things. Audubon. Audubon. If anyone has any tips on how to say that, feel free to let me know. National Audubon Society protects birds and the places they need today and tomorrow throughout the Americas using science, advocacy, education. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I guess it just means bird stuff. I Googled it real quick. The Googles, the interwebs. Thank you, humans, for hosting these servers for my research. So we've got another best of Redditor updates. Yay! I just want to post wholesome things. So this was posted in our New Zealand. How do I get on a bus? I will preface this by saying I have a very irrational fear of buses that I know is silly and weird. I don't look down on taking buses. I'm just terrified of it. I want to get over my fear of buses and begin using public transport. I've gotten myself a Metro card with $20 on it, and I took a free bus on that free public transport this weekend, and it helped me feel a little bit more at ease. However, the part that I really struggle with is interacting with the driver. Can someone explain the process of when I get on the bus, what I need to do? Do I just hand over my card? Do I need to say something? How do I calculate what zones I will cross? Would they kick me off if I got this wrong? I will use Google Maps to know what buses to take, but being as specific as possible here will really help alleviate my anxiety. And then they posted a comment that they liked. Oh, from a bus driver. That's so nice. But I just want to say that I totally understand where OP is coming from. I really don't understand, like, the barter systems here on Earth. No one wants to trade with me. I don't get it. And if it's free, then why are you paying? I guess it's the bus versus, what is this other thing? It's bus? I don't know. But here's a bus driver in Ch-Ch, and in Ch-Ch has the best bus service in the country, and I was proud to be a part of that service. I don't know where that is, clearly, as I Ch-Ch. Being a bus driver, I am happy to accommodate any passenger's request and would go out of my way to help a passenger get where they need to go, even if it meant giving them a free ride on occasion. Just get on the bus and swipe your card, as it is optional whether you interact with the driver. Most drivers are more focused on driving when the bus is moving, although your security within the bus is also important, not to mention your comfort. If you're cold, ask the driver to turn on up the heater, or if you're hot, you're welcome to open the window above your head. And certainly, if you feel threatened by anyone on the bus, tell the driver that has a direct line to the police, as my boss was the only one on the end of the two-way radio, and police act fast for buses. That's good to know, actually. But I guess this is specific to Ch-Ch. If you guys know what Ch-Ch is, please let me know. It's so crazy. This is so different. This is my first time doing this kind of like YouTube video. I usually only stream on Twitch, and I use my footage from my VODs and stuff to make more videos. So this is different. This is really different. Let me know what you guys think of what I'm doing here. I'm just saying it's because it's weird that you're not here interacting with me right now. But you can interact with me on Discord, on Twitter, in the comment section below. Yeah. So yeah, definitely message me if you guys have anything to say. I love suggestions. I love hearing from you guys. It just makes the community so much better, so I appreciate it. Okay, let's go. Update to the how do I get on a bus? Hello, everybody. Due to the huge and unexpected amount of support I got from the advice post yesterday, I thought I should update everyone. Firstly, thank you so much for your replies. It really meant a lot to me. Many of you offered to ride with me to help. I really appreciate the offer, but I'm super aware how odd this is, and I don't want to create another dependence where I only felt okay going on the bus with someone else. The level of detail that many of you provided was great. Not an ounce of judgment or anything, just laying out the facts of what would happen, and it was exactly what I needed, so thank you so much. That's so nice. I love seeing when the community is really helpful to people. Sometimes, you know, like, people aren't the nicest, and especially when people are already going through a hard time, like, you have to realize there's people on the other side of the screen. And I'm glad that the bus people, that they all got together and had a good experience here. What's OP's name? Alien Wall Builder. Ooh, oh no, Alien Wall Builder was the bus driver. Oh, does that mean he likes aliens from other planets? Do you think he'd want to join the crew? So, okay. Here we go. So I set the challenge for myself to go on a bus today, and I'll be honest, I chickened out in the morning. I felt really stressed and imagined getting onto a crowded bus and messed up and getting kicked off. So I Ubered instead. And yes, I did beat myself up about it. But tonight, on the way home, I ended up taking the bus by myself. I used Google Maps to figure out what to take, and the bus was empty when it arrived. There was someone in front of me getting on, so I just watched what she did with her card. I think a lot of my anxiety centered around the card, i.e. holding it the wrong way, doing something wrong. But as soon as I swiped the card and the thing lit up green, I just walked to my seat and sat down and realized that 15 plus years of irrational fear and anxiety were conquered. It was bloody awesome. I didn't have to drive. I could just sit back and listen to music. I absolutely loved it. It has really opened up doors for me. I'm planning on where I'm going to go and etc. The take-home message here is a few encouraging words or paragraphs can make all the difference online. And also, I feel like this follow-up post, like, it's accountability. Like, they didn't do it in the morning, they beat themselves up, and they were like, I mean, it was literally from one day to the next. Like, so it's like accountability. Like, I'm sure people would be messaging him asking, have you gone yet? Like, have you gone yet? Have you gone yet? Because this post, I guess, yeah, is here. So the take-home message here is a few encouraging words or paragraphs can make all the difference online. It's easy to think I'm a faceless person behind a computer somewhere. I know when I read posts, I rarely consider about the person behind there. But so many of you guys have actually changed my life in a really meaningful way. I expected to be mocked and probably get my post deleted for trolling. But the exact opposite was so great and empowering. I truly believe I would have sat on this and avoided buses my entire life if I didn't post here. Thank you all so much for the support. I read every single comment in the thread, and each one was awesome in their own way. Who knows, I might even ride a Lime scooter next. Oh my gosh, that's so great. I got into work today after taking the bus and checked this post. Once again, I'm blown away. This is so sweet. I love that. I'm glad OP had a good experience. That's all of the Redditor reading that we've got today. I hope you enjoyed it. Story time with Jewel. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys like the content. You know, here I am. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube, all the things. It was really nice. This was fun. Thank you. Bye.